Hi guys, good morning. How are you? That's great.
Buenas noches.
Okay, so as I told you, today we are going to solve this questionnaire, okay? So I need you to participate, please. And let's start. Okay. Well, guys, if you know the answer, you have to raise up your hand so I can take your participation, right? The first question. How was the king's representative
Miss, pero no, ya no hay
in the
participación de propiedades
colonies?
ilegales.
Can you remember that? Who was? Eric.
The Viceroy.
Excellent. Very good. The Viceroy. Let's go with the next question. Who was the first Viceroy of the New Spain? Who can remember? Which is his name?
Antonio de Mendoza.
Very good. Who said that?
Me, Luis.
Okay, thank you, Luis. Next one. You're doing well. Which is the name of the divided society in the New Spain? That's a good one. Which is the name of the divided society in the New Spain? Remember, the society was divided in what? We're talking about the New Spain. So think a little bit. take out your notes, take out your book, so you can have the support material in your hands for anything, okay? So, which is the name of the divided society in the New Spain? We are talking about the divided society, and we are talking about the New Spain. Remember, in New Spain, the society was divided in something called as, and remember the pyramid you had on your notebook? Yes, Fanny?
The castes.
Very good, Fanny. Correct. Estamental castes, castes, whatever you want to. And of course, that was on the top. Who were on the top? Yes, yes, Fer.
The peninsulares.
Who were next?
Criollos.
Then?
Mestizos y mulatos.
Very good. Some correct, guys. Congratulations. Let's go with the next one. Which was the name of the system that forced Creoles to work as slaves? Of course, remember that there were a lot of slaves by that time, but it has a precise name. Remember, with that system, people get something forever. And yes, Eric.
Debt peonage.
Very good, Eric. Excellent. Debt peonage, with that, the indigenous, of course, had a debt for life. I mean that this debt, obviously, cannot be paid, and with that debt, they have to be slaves forever. Next one, which is the name of the labor system that consisted in slavery? Of course, we know everything was slavery, and the encomienda. That's a good one. Yes, Hannah.
Algo de castes, ¿no?
No, the one of the castes was the other question.
Ah.
Yes, Fanny?
De hacienda.
Very good. Exactly, the hacienda. The hacienda, remember, that was constructed in encomienda. Encomienda, we are talking about the encomendero and the slaves, of course. Encomendero was the person that was in charge of the hacienda, and encomendados, that's the name, was the slaves. Okay? Let's go with the next one. How can we divide the causes for independence? Sorry, I keep that together. How can we divide the causes for independence? That's an easy one. Yes, Eric?
External and internal.
Very good. External and internal. And of course, remember, external are the ones that says to us that all that happens, for example, in Europe and outside New Spain, okay? Internal, we're talking about all the things that happen just in New Spain. Next one, which is one of the internal causes for independence? You have like 4 options. You can say any of the options. There can be different answers, so check for them. Which is one, at least one, of the internal causes for independence. We're talking about internal. Something that just happened on New Spain. What kind of things happen just in New Spain? Think a little bit. I don't want you to tell me the order, just need to know one of them. Come on, you can do it. Okay, so I'm going to choose one of you, okay, if you don't want to participate. Isa,
Yo, Miss,
yes.
which one is the internal causes for independence?
Uh-huh.
The peonage?
No,
Ya sé, the social classes?
exactly, very good. The division of social classes is one, excellent, very good. Amaury, do you want to say another one, please?
I don't know one other.
Oh, come on, Amaury, you can check on your notebook. America, you remember another?
Nationalist sentiment increase.
Very good, America. Thank you very much. Exactly. We can talk about the social classes. We can talk about the nationalist sentiment. We can talk about the remember, of course, that they started to be against the French conquest on Spain. So they don't want to have Jose Bonaparte as king, of course. And very good. That are some of the internal causes. Let's go with the next one. That one. Which is one of the external. Okay, now we are talking about external causes for independence. Yes, Fanny.
The Bourbon Reform?
Bourbon reforms, very good. Another one?
Can I say one, teacher?
Yes, of course.
The ideas of the Enlightenment.
Very good, America, of course. The ideas of the Enlightenment. Remember that on Europe, the ideas of the Enlightenment has been spread. So, of course, that ideas reach America. So, we're talking about, of course, they reach New Spain. And of course, remember that the one that I told you right now, the conquest of the French ones to Spain, that means another external cause, the peninsular conquest. Let's go to the, oh come on, that next one. Who did the first attempt of independence? I love this question. Now can you answer me correctly? Who did the first attempt of independence? Remember, you can use your support material. Remember that wasn't Miguel Hidalgo. Remember that was a person that tried to do it with a viceroy, and of course, it didn't go as they thought. Axel, can you answer me?
No me acuerdo, Miss. No me acuerdo, Miss. Perdón.
That's a funny name. Okay, Daira.
No, Juan O'Donoghue. No, sí, no.
Juan O'Donoghue was the last viceroy.
No me acuerdo.
Yes, Daira?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on. Remember, he has the name of one family member. Fer, you remember? Fernando? Okay. One of you at least have to remember. Cousin. He has the name of cousin. In Spanish, of course. That's the clue. What is cousin in Spanish?
Primo.
Primo de verdad.
Very good. At least. Primo de verdad, of course. Remember that Primo de verdad was the one that did that first attempt with the Viceroy Iturgaray. So he told the Viceroy to call junta, and in that junta they tried to take the power of the New Spain in name of Fernando VII instead, of course, of the French ones, because remember that they don't want to have Joseph Bonaparte as king. That's a really interesting point of the history. Okay, who were the conspirators of Querétaro? You have to remember the names. That's an easy one. Yes, Hannah.
Miguel Hidalgo.
Huh?
Ay, es que no, se cancela, ya no.
Yes. Let's see, Fer.
Miguel Hidalgo. José Aldama.
Juan.
Juan.
Miguel Hidalgo, José Ortiz, Juan Aldama, Ignacio Allende. Remember Ignacio Allende? Ignacio Allende was a really important one on that stage. And of course, the husband of José Ortiz, Miguel Dominguez. Okay, let's go with the next question. Why Miguel Hidalgo is recognized for? Okay, in this question, you can say whatever you remember of Miguel Hidalgo. Yes, Vale.
He started the independence.
Okay, he started the independence. What did he do to start it? He screamed.
El grito de independencia.
Grito de Dolores.
Grito de Dolores, very good. Funny fact that some of you deliver me as homework. I don't know if you remember that some of you, instead of finding the reason of the true face of Hidalgo, you found that Miguel Hidalgo didn't scream Viva Mexico. The true thing that he screamed on the Grito de Dolores was Viva Fernando VII, the legit king, okay? And that's something that the books of history told us. Yes, that's true. He didn't scream Viva Mexico. He screamed Viva Fernando VII, legítimo rey. But that's something that don't tell us on some or on certain books. Okay, very good. Another fact that you remember of Miguel Hidalgo? Another important fact?
He defeated a viceroy.
Okay, very good. He had a lot
Dicen
of...
que era gay.
No, he wasn't. Okay, another interesting fact is that he had kids. You know that? He had sons. He liked a lot the woman, so yes, he had kids. That's really strange, remember, because he was a priest. But yes, he had a lot of kids. Actually, Miguel Hidalgo is a character that is, well, because of he is very recognized for the independence, people talk a lot of things about him. But the true things is, the first one you already know by the homework, that we don't know the real face of Miguel Hidalgo, and the only thing that we have that has his true face is a little statue that is on the castle of Chapultepec, the one that you know, of Maximiliano de Habsburgo. That castle in there is that little statue. And well, you know by the homework that there are a lot of pictures of him that try to be the most close of his true image, but I don't know. There are a lot of pictures. Another thing of him is that, yes, of course, he was a priest, but he was a really intellectual person. He know a lot of languages, a lot. He loved to read. He loved the ideas of the Enlightenment. What else? It is really funny because in your homeworks said that he doesn't have enough money to make himself a portrait, but that's false. He had a lot of money, and by that time, the New Spain, they had a lot of taxes, of course, and something that they didn't tell us is that because he had a lot of money, he liked to help a lot the people, okay, the poor people. He had the money, and so he give the money to the people so they can pay taxes. Because in that time, if you don't pay taxes, they beat you in front of the people. That was ugly. So yes, Miguel Hidalgo is a character, a very recognized character, and they don't tell us about him. But yes, he had kids also. That's a secret thing, I think. I don't know. But well, remember that Miguel Hidalgo, of course, is recognized for the announcement of the slavery. As I told you, he gives just 10 days to the oppressors to free their slaves, okay? So there are a lot of facts of him. Independence is a really big moment of the history, and a lot of things happen in independence, but I showed you, I teach you the principal things, because if not, we never end this topic. Okay, next one. Why Morelos is recognized for? Okay, tell me one thing that you remember of Morelos. There are a lot of things interested of Morelos. But tell me what you can remember of him.
He wrote Los Sentimientos de la Nación.
Very good. Exactly. That document, that speech is really important for history, because in Los Sentimientos de la Nación, he talked about freedom, equality, religion, a lot of things. He was a man really religious, so he want the independence. He knows that going for independence was against the rules of New Spain, but that's why he declared the religion as principal thing for the city. So yes, very good. Sentimientos de la Nación. And what kind of document appears based on Los Sentimientos de la Nación? What kind of document appears based on Los Sentimientos de la Nación?
The Constitution of Apatzingo o algo así.
Apatzingan? Very good. Excellent,
Uh-huh.
Eric. Exactly. That's, of course, one of the most important things that happened with Morelos. Very good. Excellent. Let's go with the next one. Doo-doo-doo. Why Vicente Guerrero is recognized for? Now, Vicente Guerrero. Vicente Guerrero was, since the beginning of the independence, of course, but this is his stage, because remember, his stage was very difficult. Why? Because of the Viceroy Apodaca. Remember, Viceroy Apodaca asked for a, well, no, he gives a pardon to the people that surrender for their cause. That's why Vicente Guerrero became more important, because he is the face of the what?
Of the independence?
We recognize more Miguel Hidalgo for the independence than Vicente Guerrero, but no, a precise moment of the history of his stage. Vicente Guerrero is recognized for the what? For the resistance guys. Remember, he is the face of the resistance because what I told you about Apodaca. And well, what else? Vicente Guerrero fight a lot. Vicente Guerrero was hidden a little time. For make that obviously the movement continues, okay? And remember, by that stage, Francisco Javier Mina started to support him, okay? Well, let's go with the next one. You have to remember Iturbide. Iturbide, why he is recognized for?
He became the Emperor of Mexico.
Yes, of course, but we are talking about the independence. How he gets that support to be emperor? Well, he gets all the support for being emperor in this stage. Why? What did he do to become so important or so recognized? Come on, you can do it. We're almost there. Just 4 questions to go. What did he do with Vicente Guerrero? What they wrote? What did he do with Viceroy? I don't know who. You have to remember something. Okay, I'm going to start asking. Miriam, do you remember one of the documents?
One of the documents?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, but I remember that Vicente Guerrero joined forces with Iturbide.
Exactly.
And they create the Army of the Three Guarantees.
Correct. Very good, Miriam. Excellent. Yes, of course. Remember that this Army of the Three Guarantees started with the sign of the Plan of Iguala, okay? With that plan, that army started. And of course, Iturbide signed with Viceroy O'Donoghue the famous document, Treaty of Cordoba, that with that, of course, we consume our independence. Okay, 3 to go. Which is the new way of government of Mexico after the independence was consummated? You have to remember that was the last thing that we saw. Way of govern. Goodbye the viceroys. Remember, Iturbide came as
Emperor.
exactly. So the way of govern was See, if we have an emperor, the way of government was name. Come on, empire, okay? Okay, so Mexico is independent and we have an empire. Next question, who was the first emperor of Mexico? We already told that a lot. Let's see.
Agustín de Iturbide.
Excellent, Luis. Let's go with the next question. Okay. With what plan is Iturbide removed from power? Oof, can you remember that one? Plan of, it has a really funny name. Elias, can you remember?
Hola.
Plan of?
Ah, un ISIS o algo así por el estilo.
No, start with C.
De las casas, no sé.
Yes. Casa.
Casa Blanca. No sé, Miss, la verdad no sé.
Okay, the second word is Casa Mata. Okay, Mata.
Ah. Bueno, pues le había atinado, le medio atiné.
Yes, kind of. Okay. Plan of Casa Mata. Last question and we can go. Who was the first president of Mexico? You know that.
Guadalupe Victoria.
Very good, Eric. Excellent, guys. Well, thank you very much. You remember a lot of things. And, well, I hope this is useful for you, okay? Well, I'm taking assistance, and when I say your name, you can leave, okay? Thank you very much for being here. It was a great class.
Hasta luego, Miss.
Wait. Before you go, is Isabel?
Nada, Miss, hasta luego.
Okay. Elias? Elias is here, of course. Yes, of course. Luis is here. Eric is here. Fernando.
Claro.
Fernando, America. Hannah. Axel.
Here.
Presente.
Amaury. Vale.
Presente.
Very good, Vale. Fanny.
¿Ya me puedo ir?
Yes, you can leave now.
Sí.
Carol.
Hasta la próxima.
Bye-bye. Angel, Carol isn't here. Miriam, yes, of course. Andre is there. Fernanda, yes, is here. Daira also is here. And Mariana isn't here, as always. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.